my fellow YouTubers. Adam here, coming at you once again. And we are once again in the Catskill Park section of New York. We just left the Denning trailhead and we are headed up on the Phoenicia East Branch Trail. And who's with me but none other than Donnie.
What's going on?
So, it's going to be a fun trip, quick overnight. Unfortunately, Donnie was able to stay out last night, but unfortunately, I was unable to. So, met him here at the trailhead this morning, and we're looking for a nice, fun adventure. Hey guys, just walking along the trail here, and check this out. I always like things like this. You get these big, huge boulders that seem like they're completely out of place. And how this one has a tree growing up out of it. Pretty interesting. It's like, what the heck brought this thing here? Look at, there's a little hole right there. That's pretty neat. It seems like we are past the point of fall foliage up here. Most of the leaves are on the ground. So. I think that tropical depression that came through destroyed all the leaves. Oh yeah, with all the wind and everything like that. Yeah, the winds were pretty high up here, so. Yeah, they got like 4 or 5 inches of rain in this area. Oh really? That much? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got the brunt of it.
So. 60, 70 mile an hour wind. Trail continues up that way. Well, as you can see, I am sporting the Granite Gear Crown 65 V2 pack again, and I do not use the cap. I have that at my house, the brain. I don't feel that I need it. So, and I don't know, it weighs like 2 ounces or something like that, but that's not important to me. So there's I got a few miles under this on this pack already, so a short-term review will be coming soon. But with the long-term view, you know, that's going to probably take a little while. And I got my my Ascend Acadia poles once again. And Donnie had a new set of poles here. What are they again?
They're made by Trail Buddy. I believe they're out of California or something like that. I found them on, they were on like a Facebook ad for 12 bucks I paid for them. They have the cork handles, flip lock, and they come with a little bag. They come with snow baskets, and then the rubber tips, which I don't even use. But so far, I really like them. I mean, for 12 bucks, they're not that heavy, and yeah, I like them.
Awesome.
They work well.
All right, as you guys know, I did the Peekamoose Table Trail a couple weeks ago. And by the way, today is Saturday, November 4th, 2017. But this is why Table Mountain is called Table Mountain. As you can see through the trees there, the top of it is shaped like a tabletop. I just thought that was neat to point out to you guys. Camping area that way. Apparently over there somewhere. We're not camping here. We are right at the trail junction for Slide Mountain. Oh yeah, see, it's on the tree over there. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a little fire pit. See that? Just looks like some widowmakers might have fell. Oh yeah, see? A little camping area. There's a little fire ring right there. So some nice cliffs up there. Look at it. Looks like there might even be like a little cave. You see that? Nice. But yeah, we did about 3 miles already from the parking area. Oops, sorry. Some branches hit me in the face here. But yeah, about 3 miles from the camping area. So that's pretty good. It's about 11:30, so we're making pretty good time. Got the that's about 1,000 right there. Going to the summit, and I guess Slide Mountain parking area 1.5. That's what it looks like. But there's something I want to address that is totally not cool to do. Is look at this. here's a monument for going up to Slide Mountain, right? On 7/27 of 17, somebody thought it was a good idea to chisel a message in there. What's it say? It says BC something, 7/27/17, made by a Ford. Now, who in their right mind would do something like that?
Somebody knocked that out too.
Yeah.
Right there, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's just not right.
Yeah, come on, guys, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So, all right, we're going to take a second break here and head up to Slide Mountain. I can't wait to get up there. All right, guys, holy crap. Another one of these beautiful Catskill views. Look at that. Is that awesome or what? Like I say, I've been to a lot of views, like, you know, on my four-wheeler and dirt bike and stuff like that, but when you actually work for it, it's just a whole nother experience. Unfortunately, like I said, I wish that we were in fall foliage right now, because that would be
amazing.
Awesome. All right. That's a long ways up. We had to climb up that. Some rock scrambling.
It'll be fun going down.
We're going around. We're not going this way.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're making a loop. We're going to come up that trail. Remember, so slide parking area? We're going to go down a different way.
Go around.
Yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
So.
I gotcha.
You know, me and Donnie were talking about this before. When I think of a hiking trail, like this is a hiking trail. Not like an old tractor road through the woods or something like that, where you're climbing and you have to do some physical challenges. Physical challenge, what are we on, Nickelodeon? Well, what was the guy? Mark Summers. Mark Summers was the guy's name.
What was the name of that show?
Double Dare.
Double Dare. Double Dare. Yeah.
I used to have the game Double Dare.
I think we might have had it too. That's, man, I haven't. I forgot about that. That's funny.
Oh, well. Got a nice little coyote den right there.
Yeah. Little rock ledge.
Yep. I'll tell you what, if I was ever stuck out here, that's where I'd make my friggin' bed. Right there. So.
I'd probably go down.
All right.
There's some bigger overhangs down below.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. All right, we're going to continue on our way and keep on our little escapade. All right, we're at our 3,500 foot elevation mark. Now, as you may know, that there is no camping above 3,500 feet unless you're within the dates that are marked on the sign here, which for me is probably too cold to camp up here anyway with the winter winds and everything like that, so we'll just camp down bottom like we originally planned. All right, looks like we got a nice cliff up right here. Let's keep on going. Look at this trail. Is this awesome or what? You got all the red and the moss. We are headed up to Slide Mountain right now. You can definitely feel the air change when you got up here. So, well, we were planning on doing lunch at Slide, but for the amount of people that we've seen so far, kind of wondering if it's going to be too crowded to do so. We'll see what it looks like. Look at this, guys. We're not even at the top yet. Sweet. We're getting there. Shouldn't have too much more to go.
Jinx.
There's the summit stone for Slide Mountain. Actually, I think it's just a piece from a fire tower or something like that, but this is pretty sweet up here. It almost looks like they graveled the trail for us, but of course they're not going to do that. Alright. We just summited Slide Mountain. And now we're heading back down. We were going to go a roundabout way, but it's already 2 o'clock. It gets dark at 6. So we're going to head down the way we came and get done. Hey. Hi.
That is awesome.
Isn't it?
That really is.
I like it. I think it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you came up here on the dirt bike, what would you say? You'd be like, that's nice.
Oh yeah, when you work for it, it's all that much better, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. So. Now one new thing I'm sporting today is I picked up a pair of the Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s. I was very, very intimidated by buying them because they are they're not waterproof whatsoever, and that concerned me because of these wet trails that we go on. But so far on this trail, we've done about 6 miles. I've gone through quite a bit of water, and I haven't had any issues yet. So I'm liking the thick sole that they come with. They have what's called as a 0 drop. You know, I'll go over all that later at camp. Well, guys, we just got to camp here, and this is pretty sweet. Do you smell that fruity smell? No? There's like a fruity smell I smell. I don't know what it is. But look at this. We're surrounded by water, which is horrible in case a flash flood comes. But got lots and lots of firewood. Got an awesome fire pit. Look at that. We have a nice land bridge here. Land bridge, I don't know. It's a nice tree that we can go across that goes across the water. Got plenty of water we could drink and filter up. So I think this is home for tonight. Alright everyone, what I got going on here is for tonight I got my Snug pack hammock quilt. I know this says double black diamond, but this is actually my Hammock Gear 20-degree under quilt. This is my War Bonnet Mamba Jamba tarp, which we've had reports that it's supposed to rain tonight, so that's going to come in handy. This here is my War Bonnet Traveler hammock, and this is my food bag. This is my raincoat and my headlamps and battery right there. My Tokes cook kit with my Sea to Summit cup, and this is my Sea to Summit 13-liter clothes bag. That's what that is there. So there's the granite gear. I'm going to live right here between these 2 trees, that tree there and that tree there. So alright, let me get on my way, and we'll get back to you in a little bit. Alright everybody, got camp all set up here, as you can see. Do a full 360. Got a bunch of firewood, got the fire going. And we are set for the night. Now let me just go over my gear a little bit here. You know, of course, obviously, I'm sporting my granite gear, Crown 2 V60. This is a War Bonnet Mamba Jamba tarp. It's pretty sweet. It's a, was it 20D sil nylon? It's light. I mean, the whole tarp itself weighs, it's under a pound. I want to say like 12 ounces. It's pretty sweet. And I got the War Bonnet Traveler hammock with the cinch buckle suspension, and don't forget your drip line water brakes in case it rains. I got the 20-degree hammock gear under quilt. You can see right there it says 20. And for my top quilt, I got my Snug pack hammock blanket, which isn't the heaviest thing. It is synthetic. It's what do they call it? Polyfill or something like that. But the thing that's nice about this is that it's treated with antimicrobial treatment. And what happens is you could sleep in this for multiple nights and it won't start stinking or getting grubby. That's my favorite thing about this hammock blanket. It's pretty nice, and it's got a nice big foot box. Let's see if we can get it here. You can see it looks almost like a hood. That's the foot box. You shove your... let me put the camera back. That's the foot box. You shove your feet in there, and you're typically good with a good pair of socks for the night. Now, I use the same exact setup for our Thunder Swamp trip, where it got down to 7 degrees at night. That we found this out later on. Got down to 7 degrees that night, and I had this exact setup. The only thing added is I had a Costco $20 down throw, and that was my setup, and I was pretty comfortable with that setup in that type of weather. So, yep, that's the gist of it there. You can see it right there. Pretty sweet. I got my Lowe's / Tyvek ground cloth. I got the Tokes titanium cook kit right there. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It works for me, so that's what I use. It may not work for somebody else, but it works for me. And I love, I don't remember the dimensions of this Mamba Jamba tarp, but for the price for what you get, I think I paid like $90 for it. It's pretty sweet. And for the weight savings that you have with it compared to the E&O that I used to have, is pretty darn sweet. One thing I do with this tarp is I have my guy lines attached to it. And what I did is I also put a length of shock cord in it. As you can see, there's not. So that way, you can see there, if the tarp stretches or it gets windy, it's gonna cinch up. I could actually tighten this guy line a little bit more if I wanted to, and it's not going to rip my pegs out. That's the big thing. If you have a gust of wind coming and it's flapping this here, that'll rip the pegs right out of the ground if they're not secure. Now with that shock cord there, it gives us some leeway, so that's pretty nice. There is multiple tie-outs on this, although I'm not using them, and you do have to seam seal it yourself, but they give you a seam sealer, so it's not a big deal. So, like I said, this is our campsite. We're on an island pretty much. We're surrounded by water, which is awesome. I'll be waking up 4 or 5 times throughout the night to go pee. And yeah, one thing that's nice is I guess there was recent floods here, so we now have an endless supply of firewood. Don't got to go far. Right here over the bank. We already put a bunch up there on the bank next to the fire. Alright, Donnie has his Sierra Madre tarp. It's a pretty slick design. I know it's new to their lineup, and we'll have him give you a little rundown on what it is and the features that it has.
Alright, so this is the Sierra Madre Research New Base Stratus. It's the newest tarp that they just came out with. And the big difference between this and the New Bay is that this is a modular system. Meaning that right now it's just the tarp. You could add a bug net to it. You could use the bug net by itself. But it has the closure sleeves, just like the regular New Bay. And then inside, I do think it's much bigger than the New Bay. I've got my, the Dutchware Chameleon here. My quilts are 20 degrees set of Local Libre. I think it's the chili pepper. I don't even know. But yeah, it weighs right around 1 pound, give or take a little bit. 4 tie-out points as opposed to 6 with the new bay. And the only thing I switched out on it was the stuff sack. I like a double-ended stuff sack. It's just my thing. The suspension is Dutch wear beetle buckle. I'm still getting to know it. I haven't used it a whole lot, but so far I do like it. So yeah, we're all set up here. Here, I can undo it really quick.
Okay. He's going to show you a quick,
all I do, this is
one thing that's awesome that I really love about this tarp.
I just wrap up my guy line, right? And then under here there's a little pocket, right? The guy line just stuffs right into that. And everything is out of the way. Nothing gets tangled. Each guy line has its own little pocket. It works out great. You know, I never have to worry about my guy.
I think that's one of the niftiest things out there because I'm sick of tangling my guy lines.
Yeah, and just like that, it comes out not knotted up or anything. What do I do with that stick?
Is that sweet or what? Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things too I like, my new bay doesn't have them because it's the older version. I do have a regular new bay, but this has the tarp tensioners, which are really nice. These are
oh man, that is sweet. And it's built in?
Yeah, it's built in. The new bay 2.0 does have these. However, mine doesn't just because it's one of the older versions. But that's probably one of my favorite things because silt does stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
And after
I did the same thing with mine. I put shot cord on all 4 corners of mine.
Yeah, after like a half hour, I just walk around, pull that tight, and then tarp is tight.
Awesome.
That's probably one of my favorite things, little things.
All right. Well, let's go explore around. Get the fire going a little bit, and we are going to have some fun.
Did I walk?
Okay, I had mentioned before that I got new shoes. My Adidas Swift GTXs were hurting my feet. So, of course I went to YouTube, and it seems like a lot of people are recommending these, and they seem like they're good so far. These are the Ultra Lone Peak 3.5 shoes. Yep. One thing that's nice is they has the they call it the, I'm trying to bounce between my knees here. It's called the Gator Grip. It's got the Velcro there, and it locks the gator in place, which is awesome. And it also has the clip right here to hook the front of the gator on. And it's called the Zero Drop sole. So your foot is like flat going down the trail. And I'll tell you what, my feet, we did almost 11 miles today so far, and my feet are not hurting whatsoever. So, like I said, I was concerned when I bought these because they're not waterproof whatsoever. They have holes right there. Those are vents, so if your feet do get wet, that the water could squeeze out. And I was very concerned of that, and I'm actually quite surprised after today because we were going through some water and everything like that, and I didn't get wet at all. So maybe I don't need them the way that I thought you did. And after hiking all day, my feet are not damp at all from sweat. They were able to breathe nicely. Alright, well, let me hike a couple 100 miles in these, and then I will give you a full review. Well, good morning, everybody. Adam coming at you once again. It's about 20 after 6 in the morning. Had a good night. I got a little cold because I started sweating a little bit, which in turn made me cold. So I had to take my fleece and stuff off in the middle of the night, and once I did that, I was pretty good. So we're just gonna head over here and get our bear bags so we could start making some breakfast, and yeah, it ought to be good. There it is. Yeah, I know it's not the 500 feet from the campsite that you're supposed to do, but hey, it's away from us. But let it down here and check it out. Look at our roaring fire. Just got some breakfast going. Well, we're not even doing breakfast. We're just doing coffee because it's a 1.5 mile walk out. So we're just going to do some coffee, relax for a few minutes, and go. Now, what I got here is I got my Tokes titanium cook kit. You can see the water's not boiling yet, but it's got the Tokes titanium windscreen, which is like aluminum foil but very strong. I'm using the Tokes alcohol stove and the Tokes pot stand. It also comes with the Tokes titanium fork, or spork, not fork. I'm sorry, but the this whole kit itself weighs something like 5.9 ounces. You can't go wrong. It's stupid light. And here for my alcohol, I got a Vargo alcohol bottle, and it's got your measurements on the side for how much alcohol you're using. And typically it's like 1 ounce for 2 cups of water, so you could kind of figure out from there. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I've been doing pretty good. I'm getting all that figured out, how much fuel you need to versus how much water you need to boil. But yeah, I'm liking this kit. For deep winter camping, I'm definitely going to go back to probably my GSI kit with the canister stove, because alcohol doesn't like to burn that well in the cold weather, but you get the point of it. Looks like we're about boil. Oh, yep, we are boiling. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this off so you can take a look. Now, this alcohol stove, it's got jets in it, and if you can see the jets right there. It seems like it works very, very well, and that's the Tokes pot stand also, which is stainless, a stainless mesh. But seems like it works pretty well for me. I'm liking it.